Hey guys, it's Brian with Pintech. Today we're going to take a look at the Yamaha DTXplorer module. It's their entry-level module and it will work with Pintech drums, but there are a few things that you need to know. The first thing is the control pedal for the hi-hat. You need to make sure you're using Pintech's gig control pedal. It has a switch on it that allows you to go from Roland to Yamaha use. The Hyper-Hat and the Visualite don't have that function. What you're going to run into if you use those two are you're going to get a slightly open sound and a wide open sound, but they don't allow you to get the closed sound of the hi-hat. The other thing we wanted to mention is the snare drum. The Yamaha pads are wired differently than mesh head drums. So what you're going to run into is you're going to notice that the rim shot is a little bit more difficult to get a rim shot or a rim sound than the original Yamaha pad. To get to the trigger setting area on this module, we're going to hold down the shift button and press the drum kit / trigger. It's going to say user trig is where our settings are. Now I'm going to use the arrow over just to start to get to those settings. Okay, it's going to take us initially to our trigger type, so let's take a look at those. For our kick drum, you see we're using the r.e.t kick. For our snare and all of our toms, we're using the r.e.t pad. For our hi-hats, the PCY1. For our crash, PCY3. And for our ride, PCY3. Now I'm going to arrow over. It's going to take us to our gain. You'll notice that on the ride symbol, the gain is set at 50 with the velocity of 20. Our crash, set at a gain of 50, velocity of 20. And our hi-hat, a gain of 50, velocity of 20. Now our snare drum, gain of 50, the velocity is 15. Set at 50 and 15 also. And finally our kick drum is 20 and 10. Now the kick drum is one of the harder drums to set up. Generally this is the area where you're going to go to control your volume. The MVL tends to be the best area to work with if you're having some volume issues with your kick drum. Okay, we're going to arrow over. Okay, our velocity curve for all of our drums is going to be hard 2, and on our cymbal it's going to be set at normal. Okay, self-rejection on the hi-hat set at 2, 2 on our crash, 2 on our ride, 1 on our snare. Our toms, our kick drum is set up to 4. Okay, our rejection is going to be our last setting. Snare drum is 4. Toms are 4. Kick drum is at 4. Our hi-hats, 3. Crash is at 3. And our ride cymbal is at 3. Now to save your settings, all we're going to do is press the save / enter button. Okay, it's going to ask you if you want to save to 5, which that's where our user settings are. So we're going to press the save again. Are you sure? And then we're going to press the save button a third time and it says completed. Now you've saved your trigger settings. To get back to your drum kit, all we're going to do is press the drum kit button and it's going to take us right back to where we were. Now you can scroll through your different kits. Well, that covers the settings for the DTXplorer module. If you have any questions, please send us an email or join us online on Pintech's forum. You can access it through Pintech's website, pintechworld.com. Until then, take care and keep drumming.